Yo, what is up? It is Nicky G with an X instead of the C. Cheeto fan 33. Now we're going to talk about Ezekiel Elliott. Now, everybody knows this has not been his best year. Things aren't really going his way. But I would like to say anyways, I know his yards per carry is around 4 yards. Maybe a little bit over, maybe a little bit under. And, I'm just going to start up by saying, most people are going to say it's his fault, but I'm just going to go up by saying that it's almost 95% the Cowboys' fault. I mean, everything this guy's done, the Cowboys really make it seem like it's impossible to have an 100-yard game as a running back. I mean, first of all, you pay him all this money, he's getting 12 carries a game, and yes, the fumbling has been an issue. I understand that. But you got to get him going. I mean, you fumble, and what are you going to do? Just, give up? I mean, you pay this guy $90 million. I mean, you're going to have to get him the ball. And, I was talking about this with my dad last night, and, I was mentioning, the team doesn't care how much, what his yards are, any stats like that. But if you're giving him 12 carries every game, he's not really going to help the team either, And see, I'll tell you guys what happened. So he'll come out at the start of the game, get 3 or 4 carries, 21 yards, and everything's on pace, going good. Go into the second quarter with 30 yards, and you're like, wow, we're on pace for a normal game, like a 2016, 2018 type of game. And then what'll happen is you get the defense on the field, worst defense maybe of all time. And the offense will use up 7 minutes of the clock, and by that time, you're down by 14 points, and you're trying to pass back, and then that'll take up the rest of the second half. Okay, so, you got to kick off the ball. They score a touchdown, so you're still trying to pass. All right? And then you get the couple drives in the game where Tony Pollard is the running back, and this is another thing, and in my opinion, it's just so disrespectful to Zeke. I mean, they talk about him like he's their main guy, and then you're bringing in people like Tony Pollard for, 2 whole possessions. I mean, I understand, it's probably helping him in the long term for his career, but I don't know that Zeke wants to play 15 years if he's not going to have a single 1,000-yard season. I mean, feed the man. I mean, literally. I mean, it's a feed him, And, that's just the stuff that you weren't seeing in 2018. Even last year, 2019, he's getting the ball more than that. I mean, he's on pace to have close. If it wasn't for this game, he would have been on pace to have about the same carries that he did when he missed 6 games. If that tells, this is supposed to be the guy. He's supposed to carry the load. But to carry the load, you got to get the ball, And if it's yards per carry, you give him those, 25, 30 carries like he was getting pretty often in 2016. He's going to put up good numbers. And I thought this was about to turn around against the Eagles. We were pulling out a lot of trick plays. And, he was doing direct snaps. He had the defense confused. And it was great. Just like I said, about 25, 30 yards at the end of the first quarter. And then he had a couple runs where there were just 3 defensive linemen in his face while he was taking the handoff. He had some, unorganized-looking, sloppy handoffs. And, a lot of times he just one tackle away from breaking a huge run. But they kind of got away from the running game. And then Tony Pollard came in, and he was getting all these carries. And really, the Cowboys as a whole just can't finish off any drives. But that's a video I'm going to get into. And just in my personal opinion, you can have, everybody's allowed to have their own opinion. But in my personal opinion, I don't feel like Ezekiel Elliott's to blame for his not success. You can even the announcers will tell you, he has that different type of burst this year. He rocked a 1-arm sleeve, so I got real excited, and I thought he played really well. For the parts he got the ball, he had a good burst, put his head down, shoulders down, ran hard. And I feel like, that's what you expect out of Zeke. And I feel like the Cowboys have kind of let him down once again. Now, the defense played good, so it would have been kind of hard for him not to have 100 yards. But, and another thing will happen is, though, you'll be running the ball the whole drive nice and good. Yeah, like 6 yards of carry on that drive. and then Kellen Moore will try to do some trick play. He'll try to do a reverse to Cedric Wilson, you lose 10 yards. And then, well, it's like there it is. They fall in love with the trick plays, and you're not running it on 2nd and 16, 3rd and 16, So, yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about that. To answer any questions about what my opinion is on Zeke having a low year, because you all know I'm a huge Zeke fan. And no bias here. This is just my honest personal opinion. The fumbling is obviously could be better, but it's fumbling. It's like that stuff happens. All right, peace.